Earlier this week, the town of Norwood was saddened to learn the news that longtime Circle of Hope member Kathy St. Cyr passed away. Kathy was known for her tireless efforts to organize and run Norwood's Dancing with the Stars. President of the Circle of Hope, Tim McDonough, remembers all the hard work Kathy put into all aspects of the Dancing with the Stars.
I had the pleasure of knowing Kathy St. Cyr for some 40 years, going back to when she was driving the seniors in the bus. And from there, our friendship only grew larger when she joined and became one of the founders of the Norwood Circle of Hope Foundation. Kathy attended every event, whether it was Luminary Night, the fundraisers we had, comedy nights, etc. But Kathy came up with the idea for Dancing with the Norwood Stars. And I remember the evening quite well. We were all gathered, as we do, at Lee Kennedy's dining room table. And Kathy came up with the idea, and I said, that'll never fly. But she was persistent, and she pushed it, and we said, well, we've got nothing to lose. Sure enough, that first evening down at Kincanna's, we sold out. Kathy took it. She went to other towns to show them how well we had done with it. Because of her perseverance over these last several years with Dancing with the Stars, that particular venue has raised almost $1 million. And most of that is because of Kathy St. Cyr's dedication and hard work. She would drive people to open up their wallets and support the dancers. And they all became friends, just like all of us on the Circle of Hope are one big family. And it hurts when you lose somebody like Kathy, because she did so much for so many people. I was speaking with Dave Tuttle, and he said, God must need another angel. We lost Bob Doucette from the board a few months back, and now Kathy's up there. So I think the two of them are commiserating about their days with Dancing with the Stars. So I want to send my condolences to Jeff and the kids. And God bless you, Kathy, for all you did for Norwood people all these years, and Godspeed, my friend.
Co-host George Yusevich also remembers all the fond times working with Kathy for Dancing with the Stars and what she means to not only the organization but the whole town.
When I think of Kathy St. Cyr, I have to smile a bit because I have many fond memories of her with Dancing with the Stars program. I think first of all, in my mind, she was a visionary because she thought of this idea, Dancing with the Stars, and I don't think anybody on the board really wanted to have it. And she pursued and pursued and pursued, and here we are 11 years later, and we're still getting a lot of money for the town of Norwood. I see her as a dedicated supporter within this community and a dedicated supporter in the effort for the Circle of Hope. She was a supporter of all the dancers. She went to all of their activities and their functions and the things that they ran. And I remember asking her one day, I said, Kathy, how do you do all this? She said, they're supporting us in Dancing with the Stars. The least I can do is support them. And she did. She took money out of her own pocket and did it. Tremendously organized woman. I remember going to her house when I had to do the script before Tim and I sat down with the final script. And she had everything down to the minute. 8 o'clock Tim would be introduced. 8:03 Tim would introduce George, and at 10:12 we would have a break, and she had everything scripted to that degree. And the last thing I remember, she was a very special grandmother. Every time I went over the house, she was taking care of one of the grandkids, and she was dedicated to those kids as she is to her family. And just a very special woman, and what Norwood is all about. She personified what Norwood is all about. That's what I remember about Kathy St. Cyr.